Well, today's readings, particularly the gospel, can lead us to ask ourselves, what are we building our lives upon? Is it our 401k plans, educational degrees, or whatever makes us happy, or something else? What are we building our lives upon? Now, compounding this question, but related, is the fact that life is complex with lots of twists and turns in it. And anyone who's been on this earth for more than 18 years, or maybe even less, we know this from experience. Just consider the two couples, Elizabeth and Zechariah, and Abram and Sarai, and their stories that we have heard this week. Both couples wanted their legacy to continue to the birth of a child. And yet in one case, faithful, patient endurance was needed. And in the other, some divine counseling for Hagar to stay the course and to give birth to Ishmael. In both cases, what Jesus taught the disciples was the key to navigating each of their situations. It's quite simply, but at times it is a challenge. Jesus taught to do the will of the Father. That is the key to navigating any situation we find ourselves in. In Matthew's gospel, Jesus is clear that it's not enough to prophesy or do mighty deeds or even to drive out demons in his name if it's not in direct connection to the will of the Father. This shouldn't be a big surprise to any of us who pray the Our Father at Mass or in Rosary or in private prayer and say the words, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Those aren't just filler or hollow words. They have real import and weight in being a follower of Jesus. And to illustrate this point, Jesus uses the metaphor, a metaphor that actually came up in our recent construction project here at the Father Peyton Center. Tim probably remembers this. One day in a meeting with the construction company, we were told that there needed to be a change in the plans. They said it was going to increase the cost of the project. Well, needless to say, the head of the construction company explained, he explained why. Why did this change have to happen? He said, well, you see, our initial estimate of the firmness of the soil was greater than it was in reality. So we'll need to bring in additional soil, a machine called a compactor, to make the foundation for the addition to the Father Peyton Center solid. You could tell that he had some trepidation in raising this point, but our team all thought about it and decided that it only made sense to prepare a proper foundation. And as the meeting went on, I thought about Jesus' words. And at the end of the meeting, I mentioned to the group that if Jesus were here, he would definitely vote yes. Make the foundation firm. And I referenced the end of today's gospel. My brothers and sisters, today is a great day to reflect on a question. What are we and our families building our lives upon? And is it not only in full alignment with God's will, but first, informed and directed by God's plan for us and our families? You know, it would have been foolish to continue our building project without a firm foundation for it to rest upon. What about us? What about our families? What is the firmness of the foundation that we are building our lives on and our children? This is a great conversation to have as a family, and then to bring to prayer, bringing it to prayer for God's guidance and strength to be able to live what he's calling us to, so that one day when we meet him in heaven, the Lord will welcome us. May God bless you and your families this holy day, as one day at a time, one prayer at a time, we shore up our foundation in our lives, which we know is our loving God.